Hey everybody, it's LTM here. Been quite a while, hasn't it? I'm at Hall Cinema 7 right now, and I'm about to go and watch The Nun 2. Okay, so back up a little bit, just to back up. I love the Conjuring series. I love the first two Conjuring films. 3 was okay. I didn't like the first Annabelle, but I do like the sequels to Annabelle. And then The Nun, in this case, I did not like The Nun. Not the worst or anything, not a terrible movie, but just kind of something that was just kind of there just to make a quick buck. There was nothing new in it. It didn't feel like it needed to exist. But if there's anything that Annabelle proved, when you make a sequel to a horror film, it could actually end up being better than the original. So I'm hoping that this movie is good. I don't have very high expectations because honestly, like I said, the first one sucked, and I'm hoping that this one won't. So, I guess we'll just see how it goes. This is LTM, and I'll give you all my thoughts when I come back. Okay. Oh, man, it was so dark in that theater. Just got out of The Nun 2. So, as I stated in the beginning of this review vlog, I basically was not a fan of the first Nun. I loved some of the other Conjuring movies, but not the first Nun. I can't remember which is worse, Annabelle or the first Nun, but I didn't like the first Nun. And now that I've seen the sequel, I could safely say that it's somewhat of an improvement. It's not a huge improvement, but I think it is a better movie, and I still had a fun time watching it. So, basically, it's the 1800s. You got this Catholic church. There's a girl. She's new. And basically, she gets bullied a lot. And one day, a group of the bullies go into this part of the church, and they go in front of this mirror, or this, I think it's like a mirror. It's like one of those church mirrors or whatever. And basically, it's like, if you look, the devil is there. And once you play that little game that they do, it possesses the nun, I guess. And of course, there's this other subplot involving these nuns who hear that the nun is back, I guess. It's been a while since I've seen the first film, so I can't remember what happened last time because it's been a while. But basically, the whole point is that there's this guy who's been possessed, and basically they have to figure out a way to get that nun out of him, or get that curse or devil out of him, basically. It's a very confusing film, especially if you haven't seen the first film or haven't even seen it in a while. Let's get to the negative stuff out of the way. First of all, the plot is confusing, very contrived. I barely could follow anything in this film. It's not that the story's terrible or anything, I just can't follow it. And that's probably because I haven't seen the first one in a long time, so I kind of forgot what happened in that film. And the other thing is that the movie still kind of lacks the charm of what the Conjuring films were about. The Conjuring movies had great characters, they had strong visuals, they had great scares. It felt like horror movies. Here it just feels like it feels more like a drama than it does horror films. And there are some really good scares, which I'll get to in a minute. There's some good scares, but they're not very often, and they're mostly near the very end. So, which is understandable because that's how horror films are, and it's fine. You don't want to scare too much, but sometimes it's like you want to get a little more investment there. But with that said, like I said before, there are some really good scary moments in this. Most of the best parts were the ones from the trailer. And there are some really good scenes. Like, for example, there's a scene where one of the nuns is yelling out for the daughter, and the daughter goes up the stairs, and there's like this really creepy scene where it looks like the nun, but it's basically at the end of it, there's something chasing her, and it's like, and then she looks through this hallway, and you see the nun, and then 5 seconds later, the nun just goes through and tries to scare her, and basically the girl starts running down, and it looks like the nun, but then when the mom comes back, it's like this tree, and it has the shape of the nun. That was pretty well done. You get good scares like that. Plenty of good scares. There's a couple lacking ones, but most of the scares in this are pretty good. Remember how I said that I didn't like that this felt more like a drama? Well, to be fair, the drama in this is pretty well done. I think there's some good drama in this. It's very well handled. The music's pretty good. The performances, for the most part, are pretty good, like any other Conjuring film. The people that are doing this film are really trying. They're really trying to get their act together. You know the actors are trying, so they have pretty good performances in this, especially the little girls. I do like the look of the film and the cinematography and the locations, and they look fantastic. Probably not the best of the Conjuring series, but some of the better ones. I like the look of the film. So overall, honestly, if you do like the first film, you're gonna like this a lot better. But then again, I don't know that many people that like the first film, so it's kind of hard for me to recommend it. But if you are very curious, I say give it a chance. There's a lot more to this movie than I thought it was. Then again, that's because I had low expectations. I was not expecting to like this film. But then again, that's just how things are. The Nun 2 is all right. It is better than the first film. And if you enjoy the first film, you'll like this fine. But then again, I don't know that many people that do. So just take it for what it's worth. I give The Nun 2 a 7 out of 10. It's pretty good, and it is probably I would probably put it on par with the third Conjuring film, The Devil Made Me Do It. It is one of the better ones, but it's definitely hard to compare it to the first two Conjurings or even any of the Annabelle sequels. But just if you haven't seen it, just take it for what it's worth. Go give it a shot yourself. Okay, guys, now that I've done with Nun 2, I gotta talk to you guys about something really important. So, as you already know, I just got back from my trip. When I got back from my trip, I had COVID, strangely enough. I don't know how I got it. Like I said, I've been fully vaccinated. I don't know how I got it exactly. But basically, I ended up with COVID, staying at home, isolated for about 4 to 5 days. I did a recent editorial on Spud the Scarecrow. If you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. I did a little editorial this week just because I had nothing else to do, and I really got to get some work done. So I did an editorial this week, and for the rest of this year, judging by how Hollywood's doing and the films that are coming out, at this point, this is going to be the start of me slowing down on movies. And what I mean by that is that, for example, like for this month, I'm only planning on seeing movies like, say, Haunting in Venice, and The Expendables 4. I won't be seeing every single film in September or even October because there's really not much to compete with, honestly. There is a film cut out called Bottoms I would like to go check out, but I don't know if it's playing near me, so I don't know. But I'm only sticking to those movies, and everything else just kind of seems like I'm just kind of getting disinterested in going to movies every weekend. That's not to say I don't enjoy doing it, and I'm still planning on seeing Gran Turismo, but I won't do a vlog on it because it's way too late for me to do a film like that. To do that film. So I guess what I'm going to say is for now is that I'm still going to be doing vlog reviews. I'm still doing editorials, obviously. Just don't expect me to go to every single movie this weekend for the rest of this year because for the next few months, there's not really much I can do and there's not really much to go see. Though, I will say Expendables 4, Haunting in Venice, and I'm still going to watch Gran Turismo, but won't do a vlog on that. Bottoms, maybe, if it's playing near me, if I have time to go see it, maybe, but Haunting in Venice and Expendables 4 are probably going to be the bigger ones I'm going to be seeing, because, like I said before, at this point, if you guys have been following social media lately, this strike is getting worse and worse. I heard that studios are technically talking about stopping this strike and trying to make a deal with everybody, but I've got nothing ever since. So, at this point, things are going to be slowing down a little bit. So, just keep up with me, I guess. I'll try to keep up with you all on the community chat, on the YouTube channel. So just feel free to check me out on community. If you have any questions, just let me know. Comment below. So that's all I got to say. I'm glad I'm back from my trip. I'm glad I'm better. I hope I'll see you guys later. If you have anything to say, please subscribe, comment below, let me know. This is LTM, and I'll see you guys later.